what ended up happening to your husband when he got transported to the hospital after that fight? Because I didn't think, I was like, there's no way he's going to be able to come up out of this. Like,
well, that same time when he was wheelchairing him, I was like, I love you, baby. And he's like, I love you too. Like, you know, he was fine. He was fine. I mean, he had a couple, you know, splits and bruises, but he was fine.
He was fine? Yeah. So he was able to kind of go home the same night?
Yeah, we went home the same night. We went to his mom's house that night.
Did they run a CAT scan or anything?
Yeah, they ran a CAT scan.
Because he was on the ground for a long time.
Yeah, they ran a CAT scan. They did all of that.
And they said he was good?
Yeah. They just told us how it would, like your face is going to get worse in a couple of days and then it's going to go back down. But other than that, they gave him some pain medicine and sent home.
Now, see, this is what makes me question the hospitals and the care of African Americans, because like he was down there for a while, and I was just like, if he's not, like, you even had him propped up on your lap, and so there's one thing that you did during the video I want to ask you for. Why did you say, yeah, Blueface, and you started? When
he recorded me, I wanted everyone to know who is this that they supporting. But everyone, I'm always very misunderstood, like the way I think or maybe how I move.
Yeah.
But it was more so like, when you see this, you're going to know who did this. It's not going to just be a video viral of a girl laying on the floor helping her brother. Like, this is the person behind this.
Okay, so you were saying Blueface, like, as a sign to say, yeah, this is what
every
you
time
did
you hear
me.
Blueface baby, I want you to remember this picture. What he did to his blood sister.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean?
I remember that. Okay, you are right. Okay, I do remember that. All right. And so, and that's when you were waiting for someone to call.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so your husband, he was able to go home. Now, what was the breakdown of y'all marriage? Like, why you guys are you divorced now, or
we're in the process, I guess. Yeah, we're in the process of it.
Is that something you wanted to do?
No, not really. I think my biggest mistake was leaving the hospital and going to his mother's house. I should have stood up and been like, I could take care of him at home, you know? So we went to his mom's house, and all of his family members was coming. They was giving me death stares. They was just looking at me like, and I was just like,
Did they see the video or something?
Yeah, the video was viral. It was, yeah, they seen it. And I'm just like, you know, he was getting a lot of rest during that time because, you know, what have happened. So I'm just like, all right, as soon as he's well enough to, like, get up and go home, like, let's go, because this is not really comfortable for me. You know, I had Carter with me, too, and the baby. I had both of us. Anyway, so his mom, every time he would wake up to, you know, go pee or go get something to drink or whatever, I would get him to drink. But whenever he would wake up, she'd be in there telling him negative stuff about me. Like, oh, she's on the internet. Well, I had to clarify because they made it seem like Blueface beat you up and Rock beat me up. No, we got jumped. You know what I mean? So let's clarify that. That's the only reason why I was on the internet like that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So she'd be like, oh, she's on the internet, or, oh, she's doing this. So every time he woke up, she would give him like a negative connotation about me, you know? And finally, I guess she figured it out. She allowed one of his family members that had just got out of jail a week ago to come and upside down my 6-year-old. Put him upside down like this, right? And after he put him upside down, took his shoes off of him, dug in his pockets, ate off his food that I had made him some food, eating off food. I'm in there with Ayo at the time, you know, I didn't mean to say anything, but yeah. I'm in there with him, so I'm not even seeing all this going on. And then they eating off his food, drinking off his drink, spit the food back out on his plate. So I come out there and my son is like, Mom, can you give me a new plate of food? I'm like, yeah, why? What happened? He's like, somebody ate off of it. And I was like, what? So you ain't got to tell me twice. So boom, throw the food away, new food, get a new drink. So after you're done eating, we go outside, you know, backyard. Let me talk to you. Like, what's going on? He tells me everything that happened. So now I'm livid. I'm highly upset. Because even when he was telling me that, like, Mom, can I get new food? His mom, my husband's mom, was like,
I need a big favor from you. You want me to sleep with your wife, man?
Get her pregnant. It may require me sleeping with her multiple times.
Multiple times?
Yes, multiple times. Different positions. Front shots. Back shots. I have to go hard to get her pregnant, man.
I was shaving.
Shaving what? Your armpits?
My armpits down there?
Why are you shaving down there?
You want your cousin to see me unshaved?
But I've seen you like that sometimes.
You're my husband. He's not.
Remember, make it quick.
That's up to him. You know I have no control over that.
I'll leave you two alone. I'm going to a bar. I'll give you 5 minutes. Okay, 15 minutes. Max, make it quick.
Look, I need at least 45 minutes, man.
45 minutes doing what, Morris?
To be honest, I go for hours.
Watch this full program and other exclusive content on www.tashaklive.com.
ain't nobody did nothing to your food. Why you lying, Carter? You know, it was just like, why you shutting him down? You know, he trying to tell his mom something, you know? So we go in the backyard and he tells me what it really is. So I go in the room and I tell Ayo, like, yo, it's time to go, because I'm not even trying to get into it with his mom. Me and his mom had a really good relationship, really good relationship. However, I understand her position as far as what her son looking like right now, So it's like, before I disrespect your mom, let's go, So then he's like, no, such and such, such and such. So that same cousin that was doing that to him came in the room and like put his arms around me and snug me up tight around my neck, right? And was like, yeah, because we need to stay up off the internet. And I was just like, I pulled him out, like, get off me, bro. So and he just kept touching my phone, like just being weird. He's asleep. My husband's like, he's not really in his right mind to be like, yo, what are you doing? So I'm like having to stand for myself, like, back up, So when he was touching my phone, so when I came back in the room, I got on my phone and I see it, and somebody had texted my mom from my phone, your son is done, right? So I was just like, what the f-? So I went in there and I told Miss Michelle, and I'm like, yo, I don't know what we doing here and such and such. So that was it. And so as soon as she did that, she hopped up and she's like, what? And now she ready to go. So I'm telling Carter, like, you playing with my son? She's like, Carter, why are you lying? Stop lying. You need to shut up lying to your mom. Like, first of all, you're not going to talk to my 6-year-old child like that, because now you're pushing that bear, and this is my kids. No, not my baby. Like,
so you get into it with his mom.
So she's like, I'm calling the police. I'm telling Ayo, I'm like, babe, let's go. He's like, no, just sit right here. She's like, no, she can't stay here. It's not for her to go. I'm calling the police. So I'm like, let's go. So finally, as soon as I'm been in too much hood shit, as soon as I hear police, I'm inside your house, anything can go down in this house. I need to get out of this house. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, he has his car. We're in his car. So if it was my car, we would have just left. You know what I mean? I should have took his keys and left too. It was my car too. We're married. But it's like, nigga, let's go. What are we doing? So I go outside and I sit down in the front of the house, and I'm just sitting there and I'm just like, bro. So he comes and he sits next to me, and I got my baby on my hip, and she's just yelling like, you this, and da-da. So she knocks over a vase in her house, and she calling all her family like, look at what she did in my house. I ain't even touched the vase. Like, I see you premeditating stuff. You making sure all your T's and dots is crossed. I was like, all right, let me just sit outside because y'all on some other stuff. So then she come outside, and every time she come outside, she start yelling some more. So I'm just still sitting there, still not disrespecting nobody, And she was like, you devil? Like, whoa, you did summon him. Like, so I just was like, what? You? I just started going up on her, but I never got up. I never was in her face. I just stayed right here in the seat, and I'm just going off on her in the seat, like. And I just remember my neck, like I was going in. I didn't mean to do it like that. I didn't hold nothing back. I really didn't mean to, but it was just like snap. And plus all the stuff we just been through, it just snapped. But I never got out my seat. I stayed in my seat because, that's his mother. So I still did the most. So then I just remember him looking at me, and he just was like, he just gave me this look, and I seen it like, I did too much. I said too much. Like, so then he just goes in the house, and then he just starts banging on the walls, and his mom runs in there, and then all of a sudden my grandma comes. I'm like, where you come from? Anyway, so his mom probably called or whatever, because we were all connected. Or his aunt. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so I leave and he doesn't come home. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, he still don't come home. So, and then he didn't have his phone because they stole his phone, so I'm just waiting for him to get a phone and call me, so I hit him up on Instagram, like, yo, as soon as you get a phone, like, call me ASAP, like, and then he still didn't hit me. So I was like, I guess you chose your mom or whatever. And he's like, be patient with me. I just got my phone, I was like, all right, be patient with you. So then he came over one day and we just sat on the porch, we smoked a blunt, and we just was just talking or whatever. And, that was it, and he left, went back to his mom's, and then we did Father's Day together, went to dinner, but we were supposed to go to dinner and the movies, but then he was just like, nah, I'm gonna go home after this dinner. So I was just like, that hurt me, so I was just like, what are we doing? Like, are you not, now it's 20 days in, like, what are we doing? Like, if you're not coming home, then come get your shit. Like, what are we doing, So he was just we were still doing, the nasty. He would come over, we would do nasty. That was dumb of me, because I should have just, you not coming home, there's none of that. We're not doing that, because what are you doing? So he would come do that or whatever. And then maybe I want to say like 45 days in, my son, he has a doctor's appointment for his eyes. So we there together doing the doctor's appointment, and he gets up, he left his phone on the chair. So I'm like, let me look at this phone real quick. So I try our anniversary was a password, right? So the anniversary over, I was like, oh, okay, well, fuck it, that's how you feel. Like, the password ain't our anniversary no more. It's got to be the baby birthday.
I need a big favor from you.
You want me to sleep with your wife, man? Get her pregnant. It may require me sleeping with her multiple times.
Multiple times?
Yes, multiple times. Different positions. Front shots, back shots. I have to go hard to get her pregnant, man.
I was shaving.
Shaving what? Your armpits?
My armpits down there?
Why are you shaving down there?
You want your cousin to see me unshaved?
But I've seen you like that sometimes.
You're my husband. He's not.
Remember, make it quick.
That's up to him. I have no control over that.
I'll leave you two alone. I'm going to a bar. I'll give you 5 minutes. Okay, 15 minutes, max. Make it quick.
Look, I need at least 45 minutes, man.
45 minutes doing what, Morris?
To be honest, I go for hours.
Watch this full program and other exclusive content on www.tashaklive.com.
Boom, unlocked it. We in children's hospital. I go straight to the bathroom. You can't come in the bathroom. We're in the state hospital. You're not coming to get me. I'm going through this whole phone. So I go through the phone. Boom, it's a text message. Boom. Hey, baby, I get off at this time. Can you send an Uber? What, baby? Click that reading it. This girl praying over my husband. This Ubering her every day to work. I'm asking for money because I just had a baby. I don't work. So he was the main one taking care of me since we've been together. I told him, I'm gonna get a job. No, baby, you don't need to work. Don't worry about that. Just focus on your career though, So I'm like, all right, that's cool, whatever. So I'm asking him like, yo, can we get money for diapers? I need to buy him baby food. Like, what are we doing? He's like, you're not sending me no money. So I'm like, what is going on? So then me seeing you Uber and to work and your son ain't got no diapers to change in or food. Like, what are we doing? So I'm just like, nah, bro, this. So then, what happened? So then he texted me like, yo, this is fast forward. His mom, we're still doing the baby. He's getting a baby on Fridays and stuff.
What'd you say to him after you found the text
you're right. I did skip that whole part. So I come out the bathroom and I was laughing. Woo! I was livid. I was so mad. And we're in the children's hospital, but once I'm there, y'all, I'm there. So I just walk in there. I just look at him like, and he just sitting there. And part of me thinks he wanted me to see that. Because first of all, he's a real responsible person. He's not the type of person to just leave his phone right there, So I'm just looking, he's just looking at me like, he already know. He looking at me like, why are you trying to hurt me? You know what I mean? Yeah. So I will say one week I did call him a that whole week I was on my period. I called him a every single day that day. Because I was just like, why aren't you like, why are you being a so I was probably disrespecting him. Like, all right, you think I'm a bitch, I'm about to, but that's not an excuse, I was giving him a lot of excuses at the time. But so I come in there and I walk in and I'm like, what the throw his phone. I threw the whole, I don't even know where I threw the phone. I threw the phone, like, get my fucking baby, nigga. I was like, you got me at the hospital. I walked out the hospital. I was like, bro, he's just following me. I was like, bro, you better get away from me right now because I'm going to go to jail. Like, I'm going to hit you. I'm gonna be John right now. You know what I mean? Like, you just get away from me. Get away from me. Yeah. So he just walked. He just stands there. And I'm just putting the baby away. And I just leave out the hospital. Like, this whole appointment, I got to go. Like, I can't be around you right now because I already know, like, I'm on 1,000. So that was it. I left. And then,
Y'all never talked after that?
After that, not really. More so like he would come get the baby and then I just didn't say nothing to him, and then he started being weird and having his sister meet me in the front of my place, So I'm like, okay, I get the baby from her. And then this one time his mom comes. He's like, my mom's coming, where you at? I was like, okay, well, maybe his mom could talk about something, even though I'm still upset about the girl. It's still my husband, like, you know what I mean? I've done worse, so I still want us to get back together. I still want us to work it out because we didn't break up over me and you have been like this. We don't even really fight. Like, he's not even the type to bring me in that energy. He just knows not to bring me in that energy, and I know not to bring him in that energy, So we wasn't even really a fighting couple. We was more like nothing at all. We had a lot going on, I will say, because my son was born prematurely, so we was in the NICU for 3 months dealing with that. So we might have had a lot going on, type of vibe going on. So he hit me up. He was like, yeah, my mom is finna meet you to bring the baby. So I'm thinking, okay, why is his mom coming? This is the reason why we're broken up right now. Like, okay, maybe she want to talk. Okay, cool. So she comes, she wheeling my baby over there. And I was like, hi, Miss Michelle. She was like, no. I have never seen anybody look at me the way this lady has looked at me in my life. I'm talking about darty eyes. And I was just like, I'm scared. She was like, you've been served, and hand me divorce papers. And I was like, oh.
And the baby?
And the baby with the divorce papers. After we just fought for our child in the NICU for 100 days. And then I looked at the handwriting. She filled out these papers. This nigga did not fill these out, right? So when y'all see me posting on Instagram, file for divorce, that was me responding to the divorce. I wouldn't divorce nobody after they got their ass beat for me. Like, no, why would I do that? But I'm trolling.
The misconception was that you were leaving your husband because
I was trolling.
He got beat up, by...
Nah, I was trolling. I was like, y'all want divorce? Whatever. So
yeah, okay. So I mean, you guys haven't spoken since the divorce papers were served?
No. So I didn't even know that he wanted to divorce. This is your mom handing it to me. So I asked him, like, next time we switch the baby, I'm like, your mom handed me divorce papers. And he just looked like, I was like, this is what you really want to do? He's like, given everything that happened. I was like, all right, well, you gonna come get your shit now? Because I've been asking you to get her, like, because you already was not coming home, Yeah. What are you leaving this? What you giving false hope for? Your shit is in here, all your. Yeah. He's just like, I guess, like, Yeah. So I was just like, come on, nigga, let's get your.
Did you give him
I gave him this nigga shit. Like, come on, let's go. What are we doing? You know what I mean? What are we doing? If you chose your mom over me, that's your fault. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I understand I disrespect her. I text her maybe like a week. I had to get out of my big heart so I could text her the right way and be like, yo, I apologize for going off on you. I don't apologize for going off for the reason why you play with my son. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To be honest.
That was big of you.
Yeah.